Hey everyone, Melissa and Danny here. First episode of ACL times two, the twin journey. And we thought we would start from the top, which is the actual injuries themselves, how they actually
Mhm.
happened. And since Danny is the oldest and her injury was first, she's going to give you her long-winded story. So, all yours.
I'll try and keep it concise. So like Melissa said, I injured myself last year. It was in my first season back after not having played for over 20 years. And it was third game of the season. We were 3-0 up. I scored two of the three. And I was running down the sideline, full steam ahead, and about to put in an amazing cross when a defender from the other side came in and just connected with the outside of my right knee. Uh, it was just, I didn't see it coming. And as soon as she connected with my knee, I heard a pop and I went down,
Classic.
falling onto the knee. It was all very dramatic. I think there were a few tears in the eyes. I had
I think you
everyone
watched too
running
many soccer
over.
matches.
I felt like a pro actually, the way that it all came about. But I had someone from the other team who she suggested that it was just a corky and I should run it out. And yeah, anyway, I took myself off and I just knew that it wasn't a corky. It was something more serious. I suspected an ACL and after driving home after the game, which was really quite challenging, trying to drive without a right ACL intact. I got home and my husband came to check to see if I was okay and
Good
he
about
said,
that.
look, I'll let me have a look at your knee and assess it. And I thought, okay, he's a doctor. He knows what he's doing here. And he was, poking it and pushing it and determined it was stable. And after getting me to stand up, he was like, no, definitely, there's not enough fluid for it to be a ruptured ACL. So I kind of was relieved, but I thought, I
Not
just think
convinced.
I just don't believe it. Anyway, woke up the next day to a really sore knee, could barely walk. So I insisted that I went and had an MRI scan. I think he thought I was probably being a bit over the top.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, the look on his face as I was walking out of the MRI scanner, off the Sam it said it all.
You
He
knew.
he was wrong. He did think he thought it was just an MCL strain. I did have that as well, so he was partially right. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
All wrong.
my complete rupture of my ACL from the direct hit. So anyway, that was not certainly not any as common as the indirect type, which you'll talk about in a moment, the common type. So anyway, I think
There we go. So
that's
yeah, we've
over to you.
discussed your long-winded direct injury and how that all happened. So yes, as you've said, mine is in the category that is the most common, which is an indirect. And I think 70% of people will have the same sort of injury as me. And I think it's essentially a pivot shift injury, which means that it's a result of something else. In my case, it was a Wednesday night game, catch-up game, and had terrible weather. So the pitches weren't in great condition, quite a bit of sandy patches and all the rest. And basically, I'm going to give you the short version here because you've just heard Danny's very dramatic, long-winded one. So I was just,
The dramatic story.
running to a ball that I thought I could get full steam ahead, realized I wasn't going to. The keeper was coming up to me. So I decelerated and stepped to the left. And obviously, from that moment, I think I went from grassed area to a sandy area. So the left boot sort of got stuck in the sand, the body kept moving, and it was just a bizarre feeling. No pop, a very strange sensation of stretching actually, and with a bit of pain, but it wasn't right. I knew that, so I pretty quickly got myself off, jogging off. I didn't lay down and grab the knee and
Yeah,
whatever it is
but
that you went all in with. But anyway, got myself off and thought, no,
no,
I reckon I could be okay. So at halftime, I got one of the girls to strap the knee up nice and tight, and I went back on in the second half, and that
course
didn't
you did.
last too long. First ball, I think, I realised it wasn't going to be good, so finished the game, had post drink discussions, and I very much like most people, I was in denial. I thought, no, I think it'll be okay. It's all good. It's fine. But anyway, got home and told Richard my story. And unlike your husband, I had some very sad eyes looking back at me and, are you okay? Can I get you anything? So he obviously knew. I think I probably
You
knew.
you knew.
And you
I knew
probably
you
knew, but
knew.
I told you,
Yeah,
you knew, I knew,
yeah.
all of us knew, had an MR the next day. It confirmed what everyone knew. ACL, mine also included meniscus damage and tears. So a bit of a different one to yours, but that's obviously
Hmm.
impacted the the recovery component, which we are going to discuss in our next
And
episode. So I feel like we've probably given more than enough detail of the injuries. I think we know who the dramatic twin is, and you know, that's obvious. So I think we could probably
got a
just
very high pain threshold, actually. I was
never
very
heard that in
brave.
my life. Sure. Okay. So on that note, looking forward to our next chat, which is going to be about what made us choose the surgical, non-surgical path that we have chosen. Yep.
Yeah, great.
Alrighty.
Look
Looking
forward
forward
to
to that.
chatting more.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.